Demo Dabble.
Well, hello. It's you. Again. You're always here. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. So this game doesn't have its name here in the top. I will go ahead and tell you it is called the Fermi Paradox. Makes me think of Fermilabs. It looks spacey. Some cool planets. Rockets going around another planet. Glowing pink shard floor. We don't have enough of that on this planet. We're going to play this early access demo. Welcome to the early access demo of the Fermi Paradox. It's available on Steam, GOG, and itch.io. It says also available. I don't know where they think we're getting this from. Observe two advanced civilizations living light years apart in our galaxy. They are called the humans. Oh, those guys. And the prunes. I love prunes. Oh. Okay. I hate text that just doesn't wait for you to say something or to do something. Because I didn't click or press anything that time. Oh, the planets are taking shape again. Marge, get the hose. So it is a space game. Is this a 4X game? I thought an earlier demo was. This one is generating a galaxy. It's reticulating splines. Oh no, come backwards. Ooh, okay. Welcome, Galactic Gardener. Hey, that's me. Sapient life has evolved and prospered in our galaxy. Help these civilizations to grow and find each other in the vastness of space-time, but beware, sometimes you have to prevent them from destroying themselves or others. Oh. Is this a populist-style god game? In space? In space! Yeah, we're going to play the tutorial. Hey, okay. Look! Synthesis flares! Collect one of them with a click to continue space-time. When I moused over it here, it said neutral flare. Soul, I know that one. +1 synthesis. Oh, you can use a controller with this, apparently. I did not. Okay, well, we took it. Synthesis can be used to influence the outcome of important events and to develop civilizations. Okay. So synthesis is, I'm assuming then, our currency in this game. So we can click on a star system to take a closer look. Let's see how the human civilization is doing so far. Okay, is this the one? Okay. Because it was a yellow sun, so I just thought... Alright, so the people of Earth are not doing very well. I know. What do you want me to do about it? As far as tech level goes, they've developed digital technology and simple spaceflight. The many people of Earth need fair access to food and commodities. The planet's environment and natural riches are diminishing fast. A global nuclear war on Earth could result in the death of billions, and social injustice and exploitation on a global scale moves this society slowly towards dystopia. Well, they pegged us right. I can't argue with any of that. Earth is the home of the human nations. Look, more flares. You can choose different outcomes now. Either improve the human ethical values a bit or generate some synthesis to use later, or even decrease ethics to gain much more synthesis. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Okay, so let's look at some of this, because I don't think there's an active time thing happening here. Digital age, tech level 7, they are 10% of the way to the next one. 7.5 billion humans with a 5% growth rate. They've got resource scarcity in 200 years. 20% harm potential with casualties of 1.5 billion. And their ethical values are on the dawn of dystopia at 50%. So, This is a progress flare. It randomly increased population, research, conservation, ethics, or peace. This is neutral. Oh, okay. So I don't gain anything myself. The humans gain. Neutral means nothing kind of changes, and I get 1 synthesis. This means I get 2 synthesis, but we randomly decrease either population, research, conservation, ethics, or peace. I am all about helping out the humans, okay? So I want to see us do well. So what just happened? Knowledge was increased. Civilization values can be changed in many ways. Positive flare is to advance a random aspect of the civilization. Neutral, negative, we read that. The alien head ones are evolution flares to increase the chance for sapient life on an empty planet. There's also a planet flare, which increases the resources on an empty planet. There's some special flares, which increase or decrease a civilization aspect in exchange for synthesis. I was going to say at first it does this or that, and I thought maybe it was going to be randomized upon selection, but now that I'm looking again, I see that it's the same symbols here, stacked up, just either filled in white or empty. So I'm with the plus and minus signs, so okay. With the passing of space-time, each civilization will undergo major events that can change the trajectory of their society. Humanity just reached one of these events. Let's see what they are up to. Do I click something or... here we go. Okay, so something about consumption and the solar system. Fracking. Human engineers start injecting pressurized liquids into the deep rock formations of Earth to gain access to fossil fuels trapped in the sedimentary shale. This technique uses huge amounts of water and releases methane into the planet's atmosphere. The human nations want to implement large-scale fracking in order to provide the people of Earth with natural gas as an energy source. Winona Duke, American environmentalist of the 21st century, says someone needs to explain to me why wanting clean drinking water makes you an activist and why proposing to destroy water with chemical warfare doesn't make a corporation a terrorist. So obviously at this point we'll just have to say it seems pretty obvious that this game is written from, I'm going to say it's coming from a biased position as far as I can tell so far. It's just one scenario, so I don't know for sure. I'll also admit it's the position I come from personally, so that may make you like me more or less, I don't know. But I think that is important to know. You know, when we play Triotic every July, it's pretty clear we're going to be doing something historically, politically, or something along those lines. So you kind of expect it. Maybe here you don't. I keep hearing, for years now, I'm constantly hearing we're more partisan than ever. So I guess this is a late trigger warning. So if you got to this point already, you've already left your angry comment, or you haven't. So it is what it is. I'm curious if Winona LaDuke is actually a real person or not. That name does sound familiar to me, but I don't know why. Because Winona LaDuke is also making me think of, it's like a name portmanteau of Winona Ryder and Patty Duke, or Patty LaDuke. But now I can't remember if it's Duke or LaDuke. But anyway, yeah. So, okay. So I think this has happened in this game, that they have engaged in fracking outside of what I did, or is it because I just helped them up technology? So I'm very curious about that. Okay, no, so I'm going to, I see. Okay, I get to make a choice here. Okay, so we can click on one of the possibilities to see the outcome of your choice. Some will generate synthesis, some will cost. Choose wisely. Click on the continue arrow to confirm your choice. Right, so I can spend almost everything I've got to prevent fracking. I can avoid that through spending that just by letting them do it the way that they're going to, or I can tell them drill baby drill, so I get synthesis. All right, I'm going to try and take a long view here. Now, you guys have already heard me kind of indicate where I stand with this. Me personally, with infinite resources, I'm preventing this, right? But I'm going to go with regular development, and I'm going to say, like, this is technology that's being used this way now, but maybe it can be used for other things later on. That sort of technological overrun is what I'm thinking. So that's how I'm going to moralize regular development. So the nations of the humans are at odds with each other about the use of fracking. In many parts of Earth, fracking is restricted, but other nations take full advantage of the controversial technique. This would have massive protests by human environmentalists, and the nations of Earth ban the use of hydrofracking worldwide. That's what environmentalists would like to have happen. I just don't see it happening. Here, the shale formations of Earth are massively exploited by hydrofracking. The human nations implement zero restrictions on water pollution or greenhouse gas emissions. Instead, they encourage a worldwide fracking boom. I'm going to just go with the middle route for now. So now we click on the navigation arrow up. Oh, over here. Okay, to go back to the galaxy overview. See, that's the other thing. I feel like it's not just humans that we're worried about the development of, too. That's why I don't want to just spend my synthesis. Now comes the interesting part. Not only the fate of humanity is in your hands, but of all civilizations in the galaxy. But not the universe, two different things. The galaxy is your garden. It will take a great amount of care, and hard decisions have to be made so that all species can survive and flourish. Cool idea. Oh, okay. How do I move? Do I need to actually move? Whoa. What did I just press? Something came up because I just pressed it. Okay, somehow I asked about the prunes, which are these guys, and they're unaware of their human neighbors. Not quite what I was going for. So let's take a look at the prune. The music suddenly changed. The genderless prune, four-eyed horse-like humanoids, developed over millennia from a peaceful nomadic herd to a complex society inhabiting small bases on the inner planets of the Gliese system. Okay. Horsehead people. Gotcha. Gliese is the home of the prune dominions. Now see, that's a problem to me. They should have their own named planets just like we do. We don't live on Sol 3, you know what I mean? So, there's some more information that they did not bring up yet. It's a desert world, and they evolved on a desert world. They're a vegetarian species, genderless, and they are considered humanoid, despite the horse head shape. So they're in the solar age. Oh, good. There is more information here. Mostly numbers. Extinction events are common. That's scary. They can broadcast interstellar signals. They can also receive them. They can also build interstellar starships? Oh, no, these are restrictions. I'm like, wow, they can't do that. They have only 108 million. And their population is decreasing. Interesting. Okay. They work off of asteroid fields. And they're half a millennia from resource scarcity, so that's not an issue at the moment. Harm potential is 7%. Their ethical values, they're showing signs of utopia. So here are my things at the bottom here. We got a lot of different indicators. So here, I can spend a synthesis to increase their ethics. So ethics is the swirl icon, because I'm guessing this one is decrease ethics. Yeah, no reason I want to do that. Horses are awesome. They would never be unethical. We can also randomly improve a thing. And I'm actually leaning more towards something like that. They do have growth issues. Although I guess their harm potential is low, right? No, I guess, you know what? We'll do a neutral one. The Gliese system has enough asteroid ores to sustain prune society for many lifetimes. I noticed that. Oh, here's another one. Okay, we can increase or decrease resource consumption. I see. So here's something I don't know. They keep referring to time as in pulses. I don't know that they've explained what a pulse is or when it takes place yet. And I would kind of like to know that. What is this? Oh, that's just going back to... Okay, that's not what I thought that was going to do. My bad. Okay. So you know what? We're just going to stay neutral again. Many hollow films shared by the prune are about outward propagation. I don't know what that means. So here we can increase ethics, or we can actually decrease research. No, I don't really want to do that. What is this? Down, left, and right. Oh, wait. It just told me. No, it didn't. History screen? Ah, okay. That's how you see those things. Okay. I'm just going to collect some more synthesis. The prune name a large space region in honor of a deceased supervisor. Here we have ethics again and resource consumption. Let's do something here. A species of domesticated animals is bred by the prune to be able to live outside the natural habitat of their desert planet. So they're not... Their growth isn't as bad as it had been. Their harm is low. I'm not worried about their harm. So, like... Oh, what is this? Planet Flare. The Boyagian star. New resources are formed in the star system. Let's check that out. A new valley is created by an asteroid impact on one of the Boyagian Prime's ice crusts. Can we actually go there? So there's no sapient life forms that have evolved on this planet. It's a yellow-white dwarf star. It's orbited by the ice planet Boyagian Prime and a dense comet cloud. Most animal life developed under the heavy ice crust to survive the regular comet impacts. At any time, the sky is filled with the beautiful dust trails of bypassing comets. Huge underground ocean systems can be found deep under the ice of Boyagian Prime. Interesting. Minerals trapped under the... something happened over there. Minerals trapped under the frozen ice of one of Boyagian Prime's ice crust gives the landscape a unique coloration. I'm starting to think every time I make a selection is a pulse period. What's going on with the prune? Gliese is sending signals into space. Okay, we knew they could do that. Every year, many prune gather in the most remote part of the desert for a wild music festival. Far away from any solar colony and the prying eyes of their supervisors, these rebellious prune pour out their hearts in a celebration of music, life, sex, art, and joy. Rock the Casbah. Great. I'm not sure why the prune are a fan of Rock the Casbah. But Sharif don't like it. Okay, so these guys are doing this festival. That's cool. Oh, wait, what? The organizers of the festival know that its unique culture will be ruined if the wrong prune hear about it. No public broadcast of the event is... Oh, I see. I see what's happening here. That's for my choice. Okay, a regular signal after the first year of the festival is bought by a corporate partner who then stops public broadcast. However, that first transmission is strong enough to reach the Sol system. Interesting. Signal boost. The music festival becomes a cultural pillar that inspires many future asteroid sculptors, outcasts, and ethnic engineers. The sound of this triumph is broadcast throughout the galaxy. I don't want them talking to each other yet. I don't think either one of them is really in a great place yet for that to be safe, so we're gonna silence them. An optimistic anarchy reigned at the wild celebration, which was kept secret from the general public. Okay, so let's head back out here. What's going on with the humans? Some parts of Earth were polluted by the use of intense hydrofracking. Most nations of the humans restricted their fossil fuel mining techniques, but others used up huge amounts of water to gain access to valuable shale gas. Great. So we're down to 112 years before they're out of resources. They are nowhere yet. Yeah, we need to decrease their resource consumption, so let's do that now. Traditional human conservationist practices are revived in some nations. That didn't seem to really help too much. We're still looking at 112. Huh. Ooh, harm potential, was that 20% before? I thought it was 10% before. We really need humans to do better here. Special flair to increase ethics. Or we can spend this and decrease resource consumption. That's what I'm worried about for them right now. With nothing but human hands, we built a great civilization. The solar system is... I think I misread that one. Because we suddenly went down to 98. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit a neutral flare real fast. So yeah, pulse is a couple of years, it looks like. People are wondering if robots will make us obsolete one day. Yeah, decrease... So did that say increase resource consumption on the one that I clicked? I think so. We got to help these guys. The environmentalists of Earth are able to restore a devastated shale region of their garden planet. That's cool. What is this? This more decreased consumption. This is... Oh, decreased population. I'm going to do that one. Impoverished areas on Earth are devastated by storms. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Didn't know it would kill you. I'm not the best god. That's to increase research. Yeah, I'm not increasing harm. I'm not interested in doing that. Let's randomly improve something. Peace treaty negotiated by an experienced president stabilizes the relationship between several nations. I wish between pulses it would continue to show, because sometimes you see this changed, this was increased, this was reduced. I wish it would stay there somewhere that I could see, like, here's everything that was impacted by this, and it won't change until the next decision that I make. So I guess we just reduced our harm potential from that mostly. Yeah, is this for... I thought that was for ethics. It's for harm reduction. Let's help somewhere else. A foolish general attempts to conquer a neighboring government but dies in the first battle due to their own incompetence. Okay. You know, all right, they've got an event. Let's see what's going on here. A great war threatens Sol. I've been trying to prevent this. On Earth, military conflicts erupt between human factions whose military powers differ significantly in size. Counterinsurgency campaigns blur the line between military and civilian casualties, and emerging international conflicts spill over into neighboring regions. Chelsea Manning, American whistleblower, that's a real person, so now I do know why Winona LaDuke sounded familiar to me. Chelsea Manning, quote, I wanted the American public to know that not everyone in Iraq and Afghanistan were targets that needed to be neutralized, but rather people who were struggling to live in the pressure cooker environment of what we call asymmetric warfare. Yeah, it's a gross thing. Okay, so we could have total war. 4.1 billion people will die. Just your regular conflict. Or we can have peace. What's interesting here is it looks like peace does not cost me anything here. So I'm going to go with peace. Former conflict zones on Earth become some of the most prosperous human areas after being restructured by an international economic coalition. Okay. A new server farm is constructed to examine finds gathered from the human ruins. That's all about the age, though. I'm really looking for their ethical values to go up. Instead, I'm mostly getting harm potential. Let's do a neutral flare. The Sol System's diplomatic negotiators describe their worldview as managed rebuilding. All right. You know what? We're going to back away from there, because one thing I forgot is that during all this, the prune are getting smaller. We want more of them. Let's do this. Within our brains, we can reach any space regions. Great. That's not what I was going for. Yeah, get some ethics, boys. They produce a particularly thought-provoking holofilm. So they're leaning more towards a utopia. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Increase that population. In the Gliese system, prune colonists build farming structures on a large planetoid. Okay. Their harm potential is low. They have so many resources still, but only now are they growing in size. But very manageable, very slow. So I'm not worried about these guys. What's happening out here? Yeah, I'm too busy with these two, so... What is this? This is about resource consumption. Fine, let's do it. Weblogs promoting environmental conservation are distributed among the humans. Problem is, look, only 82 years still. Let's see if we can do it again. Oh, the prune. Something going on with the prunes. Depopulation in Gliese? What? The prune are creating highly attractive android models capable of satisfying every thinkable sexual appetite and being romantic substitutes for the lonely. Will the use of these love machines be the end of interpersonal relationships in the Gliese system? I've been making a man with blonde hair and a tan, and he's good for relieving my tension. I should watch that. It's been a while. Oh boy, that's a lot to... Machine repression status will be added. I gotta see what that's like, so we're gonna pick that one. Fearing an end to interpersonal relationships, prune dominions outlawed pleasure bots in the Gliese system, but if there's anything more titillating than synthetic love, it's forbidden synthetic love, so contraband models caused a wave of android addiction. Wow, now they're... Oh, Jesus. All right, well, humans, you guys are going to have to just continue for a bit because we have a whole different problem over here. Okay, that helps it. Our species produced many infants this generation. Yeah, but 4.5%? Jesus. Like, no. I would like them to... Oh, no, because I need... Will we ever be able to colonize our gas giants? Will you guys do something useful here? Like, oh, there's so few of them. Okay, this is a science thing. That's for ethics. Let's see if we can help them with anything. What happened? They're more ethical than they were before. They develop new optical media to communicate the history of their civilizations. How nice for them. I'm just trying to save their lives. that'll just decrease the population. Ah! Oh, the humans need something. Ooh, they're starting to SETI signals into space. What is this image? Huh. Televangelism. Religious preachers on Earth use television networks to cultivate large followings among the human population. The broadcasts wander through the vacuum of space, perhaps even within reach of other civilizations. Interesting. So, should I give it a signal boost? Most humans swallow the lure of marketable salvation as handed down by the charismatic clergymen. Clergymen. Riding high on the buzz of devotion, televangelists even try to convert aliens from distant stars by spreading sloganistic sermons all over the galaxy. Interesting that cost me money. I understand why, but it's interesting. When ratings began to falter, the preachers hire large teams of well-paid TV writers to keep with the times, using snappy one-liners of divine rhetoric. Televangelism takes Earth by storm, and now distant aliens may even join the flock as a broadcast signal escapes towards Gliese. I'm going to silence it because I need the synthesis. The corrupt television priests of Earth were condemned for abusing the sanctity of large-scale media platforms as a mean to dupe believers out of their money and espouse toxic views. Well-regarded broadcasting monarchs rallied to banish televangelism altogether. Hey, can we really do that? It'd be nice to see that go away. Something I don't understand so far is the stars here. So the human nations are at about like 1 1/4, and then you've got 1 3/4 for the prune dominions. I haven't really noticed if that's changed a whole lot, so I'm not really sure. Well, the prune are now less than 100 million. Okay, so this is about resources. So it's interesting. The resource capacity, or not capacity, but the scarcity time is increasing, but I think it's because the population is decreasing so much. I'm pointing that out. That obviously makes sense. I'm pointing it out because it's nice that they took that into account. Okay, here we go. Oh, still a massive problem, but in the Gliese system, prune colonists build farming structures on a large planetoid. So, what I was planning on doing at one point during this demo was trying to get these two to meet, but it looks like it's going to take a while before that can come up. I find this to be a pretty cool idea, but I also find this is going to be a hugely niche audience. I am always into God games. I'm always interested in checking them out, and this one has my attention. I'm curious to see more from it. So let's actually bring ourselves to a close here. The Fermi Paradox went into early access. It's normally about $20. Now here's the thing that has me a little concerned. And I know early access is weird. I've never really been a fan of how early access gets done. I would prefer a system where early access means it's available for sale on someplace like Steam with a guaranteed release date of a year. And that means that just it's for sale in early access, and that it loses the early access banner come that year point. They can't get it back, kind of thing. Because this says it was released in July 2021 into early access, so that's over 3 years ago now. I'll look into that a little bit more while I look at this. Reviews, less than 1,000, about 76% rating. So again, it's a niche game. It's hard to say. This is being developed by Anomaly Games And let's browse their games. This seems to be it for them so far, which is perfectly understandable. Let me see if we can get a feel for some of the more recent reviews. It's all too short, or not too short, but it's all mixed. I don't want to actually spend too much time reading that, and we'll just bring it to an end here. So one thing I do want to check, because we've run into this before, is I want to go to the community hub for this and just make sure that this is still being actively developed, because that's going to determine whether or not I put it on my my wish list. It does appear like this is still being worked on, as far as I can tell. Yeah, as far as I can tell, the most recent patch that they released for this was... Oh, wait. That was the date of the patch post originally, not the current one. Let me go to the last page here. So last patch, I'm doing this in December of 2024. Last patch appears to have been sometime around September of 2024. So a couple of months ago. Oh, actually, you know what? It's right here. If I can just scroll up to the top before I run out of words to say. It didn't work. They don't have the dates on that part, so it doesn't matter. So it looks like September is when that patch came out. So that means I am moving this from my follow to my wish list, although I'm going to need to see we're done with the early access label, even if they're going to continue to work on it, because that's just a me thing. So niche title, you're going to know whether or not you want to explore this, mess around with it, try and make everything great for everybody, or everything terrible for everybody. And let's be honest, if you're going to play this, you're going to do both. It's who we are. See ya.